finally I get to meet the Anmol Sharma and be on his legendary podcast. And I'm excited about geeking out today with Anmol.
Like 33 years old now and
Stopped following what those age ranges. Sentry in Thunderbolts he just overpowers everything and everyone.
everybody looking at me. What an idiot. Miss करके जा रहा है. And I was like,
Mark Ruffalo as well. इतना मस्त एक्टर है.
ये जब hypothetical चीजें होती है ना माइंड के अंदर तो मेरे को वो नहीं अच्छा लगता. Thunderbolts ending absolutely didn't work for me when he's carrying MJ and just.
Yes.
So you're like, is it supposed to be this stable throughout? Hello everyone, so we are here at the Anmol Sharma show or Anmol ki kahaniya, whatever works, we'll see it in the future. And today Kaushal from London, UK is joining me to discuss some superheroes. Hi Kaushal.
Yes. Hi, finally I get to meet the Anmol Sharma and be on his legendary podcast. So, hey folks, मेरा नाम है कौशल and I am the co-founder of Fillam, which is the film review app for India. And I'm excited about geeking out today with Anmol.
Yeah. Same here. It's a pleasure, and I don't know why you were saying legendary podcast because this is the first episode of the podcast. So it's like we still have to decide if.
No, you do have a channel on YouTube which I have seen. So I've watched some of the content and I think it's pretty good.
Thank you. Okay, so you have seen Spider-Man, Brand New Day. I have seen Spider-Man,
Yes.
Brand New Day. First day, first show. Thursday by the way, Thursday morning.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Not bad.
8:30. I think it released a day after in States, right? Or in UK also. Friday it released.
I think it did release on the same day, but I only was able to find the time on the Friday. So yeah.
Well.
And what I was impressed by was your review was out even before even before I got to finally watch the film. So I was just impressed with how quick you were with that.
Well, जब आपको एक ही काम हो पूरे दिन में तो फिर you tend to be punctual with a few
It
things.
also हाँ या फिर ये शायद पैशन भी है आपका इसीलिए.
Passion भी है, of course. नहीं, I was really looking forward to watching Spider-Man Brand New Day. Spider-Man is my favorite superhero character. जब से there was a cartoon that used to come late 1990s on Cartoon Network, and I absolutely used to love that Spider-Man show. So I was a huge fan, and then Tobey Maguire came in 2002. I mean, I should say Sam Raimi came in 2002 with Spider-Man.
Yes.
And it just completely blew me away. I was a 9-year-old kid, in 2002. And I was like, what is this? What is this magic? What is this artistry? What is this called? Why is this man able to hang off buildings? He's able to climb walls. So since then, my love affair started, properly.
Oh boy.
With Spider-Man.
So I think your audience now knows how old you are.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a Easter egg for the Anmol Sharma show. But no, you're absolutely right. I think the original Spider-Man films are criminally underrated. I think if those films came out in the late 2010s or maybe even now, I think they would break the records as we have seen with the Brand New Day film. So yeah, those films set the level, set the bar really high for what was to follow later on.
Just hold on.
And this is one franchisee.
Just one question. I just saw my towel in the background. And मुझे कोई problem नहीं है towel से, but this particular towel or towel I don't like. Okay. Also, I have a nice rim light now. You can see.
Oh yeah.
I had a light there, so उसको थोड़ा सा rim दे दिया मैंने यहाँ पे, just for contrast. Contrast.
बिल्कुल चाहिए ये. This is a film about contrasts, so which I'll talk about.
Every good story, every good thing in life, I think, is about contrast. But yeah, you are you're right. I mean, many would say that Spider-Man 2002, it really told the world that superhero genre can be the biggest thing ever. Before that, no film had hit the box office numbers that film was able to do. I think it grossed somewhere around 850, 900 million US dollars. And before that, it was mostly X-Men and Blade and Batman tha, matlab Burton ka, and Superman tha, but none of them could reach this height. So many people say it was the rebirth of superhero genre again when Spider-Man came. So yeah, but yeah, let's start with this film. Let's start with the Spider-Man Brand New Day. Our thoughts are relatively fresh. My review is already out on YouTube. I'm very excited to know your thoughts. We intentionally decided not to discuss it before this call. So, Kaushal, what did you think of Spider-Man Brand New Day?
So first and foremost, it's an entertaining film, and entertaining as much as in the superhero genre, but also in the character-led narrative genre from my perspective. So let's take a view of where we are. So the world in general, and Ned and MJ in particular, they don't know who Peter Parker is. They don't recognize him. And now 4 years later, he's once again Spider-Man, once again anonymous, once again saving the friendly neighborhood. He does have a note. He does have a handwritten note, which was written at the end of the last film, which has a message that he longs to say. He longs to communicate, but for one reason or another, he's not able to express that message. And so that's where the movie begins. Now, going to your original question about what I made of the film, I really enjoyed the pace of the film. Unlike some of the other films in the same universe, this film takes time to build. The last film, No Way Home, it had a really satisfying sequence in that all the three Spider-Man that we know of came together, and so I was expecting that this movie is going to start slow, because the fans have had their moment, and they've made the most out of that reunion, and now, because it's Brand New Day, because it's something new, they're going to take time to build it. What I did not expect, though, is that the movie stays blue, in the sense the movie stays a bit melancholic up until the end. And so that's something we can unpack a little bit. But yeah, opening thoughts. I think it is a good film. It takes time. It's nicely paced. But I was hoping that it'll get a bit less melancholic as we go. What do you make of that melancholy, Anmol?
I completely agree with you on the pacing of the film. I was pleasantly surprised. In today's day and age, and even I'm guilty of it, we love really fast-paced content sometimes, especially on our phones. I was so happy to see a film just taking its time with every single scene, and it was not boring.
Yes.
You are absolutely right about the melancholy aspect of the film, and I think it was really, I think it really worked. It really worked for me also, Kaushal, because the ending of No Way Home was, I think, genius. Like, since Infinity War, I think after Infinity War, maybe my favorite ending of an MCU film is No Way Home. Like, that entire, I mean, we can talk about it later. The ending was the best part of the film for me. So, taking and then the ending when the film ends in that cafe, where he looks at his friends, and it's heartbreaking to see, and they had to carry that off into this film. Also, I think it works because Peter, somebody mentioned in one of the reviews I was listening to that this is a film where a spider boy becomes a Spider Man. So he's also growing, and he's growing. He's growing up to be a man now. In the films he was 16, 17 years old when he first. I mean, the Spider-Man character was 16 and 17 years old.
Yeah.
And growing up is not fun. So you have a lot of responsibilities, you have a lot of different emotions. So I think it really tied really well with the character. And me, a person, in his 30s, my age is, of course, you guys know now, it's 33, guys. So me, a person who's like 33 years old now, and I could relate a lot. I couldn't relate a lot to the earlier films. Not a lot, because it was high school and, very energetic, fast-paced storytelling and young people. And, well, I'm also young, maybe. I think UK, with it, the age is, I think a young person is still like under 35. Maybe. Guys, please check it out, please.
I have stopped following what those age ranges a while ago, but I empathize with your situation. You're trying to make peace with how old you are, and I think that's necessary.
And I empathize with Peter more than any other MCU Spider-Man film, because he was also trying to come to peace with a lot of things in the film. दोस्तों को याद रखना है या नहीं रखना है, उनकी लाइफ में वापस जाना है, should I go and try again or should I be just left alone, should they be left alone. वो सारा ना dilemma, it really connected with me. It was I think keeping the film humane, and we can also discuss what happens with the villain later. वहाँ भी they kept that tone in the film. But like Punisher,
100%.
John Bernthal provided a lot of relief from those moments of melancholia.
And we needed that. We definitely needed that. And it would make sense because Peter Parker is in no mood for jokes. When I say no mood for jokes, what I mean by that is his brain is in a different headspace. He's in a different headspace at the moment. And if he was, if everything else is going well in his life, he would quip every now and again, or he would, while he's taking down the bad guys, he would crack a joke before he hits them, which he did make. Like, if you remember in the opening sequence when he's taking down Scorpion, he says, "Let's end on a high note," and then he swings his web and pulls a grand piano, which slams onto. So which was like, that's what I expect from Marvel, like a little bit of wordplay.
And talking about
100%.
the dynamics, I mean, Jacob Batalon, who plays Peter's friend, who has played Peter's friend since, our 2017 Spider-Man Homecoming. Man, I love that guy. I mean, he has grown on me over these years. 9 years to be, total. I didn't like him as a character much in, when the first Spider-Man came. I was like, this kid is too cheesy. He actually feels like me when I was in 9th or 10th grade, just irritating and trying to make jokes and just jokes not landing. But in this film, it just clicked, man. And I think one of the best scenes of the film for me was when Peter, in full costume, is sitting with Ned. And they are they're making that Lego something. They're making something of Lego.
I remember that. Yes.
And man, like Spider-Man is sitting on the floor with his mask on, and Ned is sitting there, and I was just thrown back to my college days, and I was like, man, this is.
यही तो चाहिए यार life में, right? The people who matter to you, you want to be with them. It just adds a lot more meaning to life if you can be with the people you care about, and especially the friends you meet early on in your life. I would like to think that they tend to be more foundational, meaning they know what you were back then, and they can follow your evolution. So
Yeah.
I mean, it goes without saying that I've made friends even in the last couple of years who happen to be really, really close to me. I'm just trying to make the point that it gives people like me a lot more joy to go back to those same people and be able to talk about how the life has evolved and what life was like back then.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is a very charming moment, I have to say.
Yeah, yeah. What did you think of? Okay, what did you think of first Hulk? We saw glimpses of the original Hulk, and Mark Ruffalo, of course, as Doctor Bruce Banner. And then let's talk about the villain of the film, which Marvel thinks they have kept under the wraps. They think. But everyone knows who's the villain of the film.
True.
So yeah, Hulk first, yeah.
Yeah. So I like they've used Bruce Banner and the Hulk at a couple of different levels. So first is to demonstrate the shared struggle. So we see that Spider-Man is struggling with how his biology is changing because he's affected by trauma, personal trauma, which is quite genius, by the way, that it's not just heartbreak, but it is also affecting him biologically and it's making him less human. So who better to talk about this than the Hulk, who's been dealing with the same situation of turning inhuman for many years. So he's the ultimate MCU expert on trying to suppress the monstrous non-human side. So it's initially I thought okay they're trying to highlight the shared struggle that these two have. And then of course they talk about the made of physics and chemistry around this inhibitor that they invent. So that's one, shared struggle. Second is he's used as a plot driver because our not so hidden villain, she wants to crack this building. She wants to get inside this building and find out about something, but she uses a couple of people to that end. Initially she works with the Scorpion, which doesn't quite work out. So then her next best bet is, all right, who is the ultimate, who can stand up against Spider-Man? So enter the Hulk. So she's used as a plot, or rather the Hulk is used as a plot driver. And thirdly, also as an action catalyst, because a lot of the film is basically Spider-Man overpowering anyone else. You want to raise the stakes. You want to make him face someone that he cannot overpower. And so enter the Hulk. I mean, he's like a kill switch or a cheat code that MCU can use. But yeah, so I enjoyed that the Hulk is not just used as a gimmick, as an audience pleaser, but he's used to advance the plot and add value to the story. What did you make of him?
I just loved that we could see the original Hulk, like the Age of Ultron Hulk, because after that they just neutered him, man. I don't know. After that, Infinity War, he was in that. Mark Ruffalo was in that metallic suit. Because Infinity War ke starting mein, Thanos, what he does with Hulk, and uske baad he's like scared. Endgame mein he was not there in Endgame hardly. Even if he was there, he was in the teacher, or as I would say, अध्यापक Hulk form में थे वो, उनको चश्मा वगैरह पहना दिया था, and he's like cracking jokes, which I loved. But I mean, Hulk is supposed to smash, as that student rightly shouts in his class. That was such a hilarious scene.
Yes, और Mark Ruffalo as well, इतना मस्त actor है. I think they could, at least in the first Avengers film, his acting skills are used a lot.
In both ways, he's very rightly used as a very brilliant scientist, engineer, and then as Hulk smash. So
but I agree with you that he could have elevated Infinity War and Endgame, they are already quite high up in terms of like good MCU films.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean,
it's really satisfying to see
understand
him
why
do the things.
Yeah, I understand why you would try to keep a character like Hulk out of at least some of the equation, because he will just overpower 99% of the
Yes.
villains and goons and people and robots and whatever. So I understand why they would keep him out. But it was just nice seeing like when he finally. It's maybe there are two versions of Hulk. One is the sort of Professor Hulk, like in the starting when Peter finds him, and then when he comes back and he becomes Hulk again, then he becomes like the proper
Yes.
Hulk, and you hear Peter say, "I did not know you could grow that big," and
Yes.
that was so
Yes.
good. It was short. It was albeit a very, very short sequence, but I really liked like that Hulk clap. Like the Hulk clap. I'm just geeking out.
Epic.
Geeking out right now, but it was very nice seeing that old character back again. Because since Incredible Hulk, the 2008 film, 18 years back,
I remember.
I really liked that film, and we just never got another Hulk film after that. So
Yes.
uh,
You're talking about the Edward Norton film,
yeah,
right?
that's the only
Oh man, what a
solo Hulk film. I mean, in MCU, we have the Ang Lee Hulk,
yeah.
Eric Bana, but
Yes.
I think I would say कि उसके ऐसा हल्क तो देखा ही नहीं है हमने MCU में. That 2008 one was crazy.
Yeah, his वो जो end में जो fight थी वो तो one for the ages.
And you're right. The way movie uses it, they don't overuse it, and I think it again doesn't feel forced. The character comes in the film when it has to be used, and then it leaves as soon as it's done. Now I think we can move on to the villain of a film. So Sadie Sink is playing Jean Grey. La 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 la. Of course, Sadie Sink is playing Jean Grey. I've known this for months, man. I don't know what they were trying to keep away, and because the rumors were bang on. And then the day the film released in India, Thursday, IMDb, you go and check IMDb in the evening, they clearly show Sadie Sink as Jean Grey.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, it was already out there. I'll start talking about it. Let me, because
go
I
for it.
was completely anticipating for me to not liking Sadie Sink as Jean Grey. Because, I don't know, for some reason, I've only seen her in Stranger Things. She plays, I'm forgetting the name of the character, but she's a very prominent, important character in Stranger Things. I did not like her character much in that TV show, and mainly that was my only exposure to her. I think she was also in Brendan Whale film आई थी एक, The Whale, for which he won Oscar.
अच्छा.
Brendan Fraser. Brendan Fraser starred in the movie called The Whale. Have you seen it? Darren Aronofsky.
I know of the film, but I have not seen it.
It's a great film. It's a great film, and she plays his daughter
Yes.
in that film, and
Oh, I see.
you absolutely hate her. You hate her
Oh.
in the film because her performance is amazing in the film. So yeah, I liked her in that, but I hated the character because how well she played it. She plays an asshole daughter in that film, like a complete asshole
Oh, man.
asshole daughter. But I didn't like her in Stranger Things, so I was very apprehensive of how am I going to like her. Also, like
I see.
in the last X-Men iteration, I think Sophie Turner from Game of Thrones played Jean Grey. And
Oh, really? Oh, yes.
yeah, in the film The Dark Phoenix and X-Men Apocalypse and X-Men Days of Future Past. I think Days of Future Past में maybe she was not there. X-Men Apocalypse में she was there. And वो इतनी खराब फिल्में थी दोनों कि वो फ्रेंचाइजी खत्म हो गई वहाँ पे. X-Men तब से dead है. तो well, until now. So I sort of started to dislike the character of Jean Grey because of that film series.
Arey.
And initially, when she comes on the film, like they show her as in with the hood on, and you can't see her face, and she's the villain, and she's talking in different tongues, she's using different people, and I was like, man, this is so cliched. I'm so done with this thing, with this hood thing. मेरा कोई interest नहीं है इसमें. Just I was like, it's gonna be another really good film with a very very mediocre villain. And then they show that flashback of her and her sister in that park. And after that, I was sort of invested in the character. They show them torturing her, and she realizes that her sister sort of met the same fate, and she's gonna die, just like her.
Yes.
And even that reveal of that message on the ceiling.
Yes.
That was, I think, very nice. It was very nicely done. So after that, I was sort of with the character. Not a fan of the absolute ending conversation that Peter has with her in his bedroom. Not a very big fan of that. I'm not a very big fan of scenes happening inside the mind of a character, unless and until it's like Inception. So वो मुझे ड्रीमी बिल्कुल सीक्वेंस वाला मुझे उतना समझ नहीं आता.
Yeah.
But overall the villain worked for me because of a backstory, because again it was rooted in the emotions, and and the way they finally conclude the entire thing with Peter, and how Peter is able, how she's able to relate with what Peter's dead Aunt May, tells him / her. Again, it's like I'm not able to articulate it that well, but because the ending is thoda sa complex in that way, but that sort of worked for me, and I think her performance was good. Like once that flashback happens, her performance was good. Usse pehle it looked like a very plain, mediocre villain.
I'm completely with you. I think what I might add beyond what you've already said is kind of reminiscent of what Sentry went through in the Thunderbolts film, where he's deeply
very similar,
troubled.
Very similar. Yeah.
And so both the characters, Sentry and Jean Grey, they're not driven by evil, in the sense they are not driven by a desire to do evil things. They have a mental situation that they need to resolve, and I think even actually I don't know if this is intentional or not, but अगर आप वो Red Hulk वाली movie आई थी, Brave New World, if you remember that, it like the end is, I mean, that Hulk is unbeatable, so there is no way to sort of resolve that. So they come back to the emotional aspect, like the Red Hulk is pining for his daughter's acceptance and such. So and फिर Thunderbolts में भी हमने देखा कि इसको resolve कैसे किया कि सब लोगों ने hug कर लिया Sentry को. और same in this film कि resolve कैसे किया कि okay, let's hug it out. You're not alone. I've also gone through suffering. So I don't know if मुझे पता नहीं है कि deliberate choice है Marvel का कि they are trying to say कि firepower is not the answer. Violence is, I don't know. Anyway,
mental health.
But there is a
mental health, Kaushal.
Mental
health is the focus. नहीं, but है मतलब वाकई में है. They are focused on mental health a lot. And you're very right. Even the Brave New World ending is they focus on what he's feeling, and instead of somebody technically overpowering a villain or using the power to, like Thanos.
Yes.
वो नहीं है. It's not the physical strength. It's the emotional strength which is being implied here in so many of the films.
100%.
Though
which?
Yeah. Please go on. Go on.
No, just one more sentence, which also helps Peter Parker get out of his, like when he sees that okay, he's not the only one who has suffered from a loss. Here is a person right in front of me trying to do something really, really destructive. and so that also gives him that, people go through this. It's very normal to go through this, and so yeah, for me that was also it was two-sided. Peter was helping her, but Peter was also helping himself in that moment.
Yeah, true. Because Peter is going through a transformation in this film, like a physical transformation. He's becoming Spider for all sense and purpose. और वो actually वो जो cartoon which I used to love, the animated series, उसमें Peter Parker does become Spider-Man in one of the episodes. There is a proper segment there where he becomes a spider, like a huge spider. So I think I think this is part of the history of Spider-Man, even in comics, that he transforms and his body changes. Also,
yes,
he's mutating kind of. So they actually connected it with the X-Men thing because his genes are mutating. And mutants and X-Men. So yeah, I think that was also Marvel saying, "Yeah, get ready. We are bringing another team in this already crowded superhero room."
So one small anecdote, given you mentioned that it's already crowded room. So my father-in-law is visiting us here in London, and तो उनको मैं मूवी दिखाने के लिए ले गया. He does not know what's happening in the MCU per se, so I had to give him maybe like 3 bullet points, and it was just so hard for me to decide कि क्या चीज़ important है for a new viewer, for someone who is not introduced to the MCU. How do they get into the MCU? And because you rightly said, it's such a crowded room now. इतने सारे mega superheroes हैं, not so mega superheroes हैं. तो how do you even make sense? Like how does someone who is not familiar with the MCU get into the MCU at this point? And this is, I think, 38th film or something like that.
30
since the MCU.
38th film.
Yeah.
And not counting.
Just blows my mind.
Not counting TV shows. So. So guys, definitely marathon तो नहीं हो रही है. 24-hour and 48-hour marathon before Doomsday release. It will be more like a 38 into 2, average 76, like a 100-hour marathon almost, like
crazy.
80-90-hour marathon. Man, what is that? 3.5, 4 days? 4 days of
easily
watching,
constantly staring at your screen.
Holy shit. I would say one more thing about the ending. First, Thunderbolts. I did not like the ending of the Thunderbolts. As I said, I'm not a fan when everything just happens in the mind and then it's over. Except Inception. Because usme, the way they created the world, it was actually it was a real world, but it was in your mind. So, but ये जब hypothetical चीजें होती है ना mind के अंदर, तो मेरे को वो नहीं अच्छा लगता. Thunderbolts ending absolutely didn't work for me. Because of that, I only say कि I like Thunderbolts. I don't say I love Thunderbolts. It fell short for me. This ending sort of was going in that direction, but then Punisher had to take that shot, and then that combined with that became a really good ending for me. It wouldn't have worked entirely for me, but the way they do it, and also like you completely forget that Frank actually left to help Peter, because itna time ho jata hai between that scene and between the ending of the film. You completely forget, and then when you hear, you're like, oh fuck yeah, he was there. He was aiming at the building from a far off building, but he's Punisher. He's a superhero, so of course he will take that shot. And when Peter goes down, and they show all of that blood, getting onto the floor, and I'm like, fuck man, this is serious. This is some serious shit. And then the way they cap it off at the hospital, the entire sequence is beautiful.
Yeah.
Lovely.
It is
lovely.
Yes. Big fan.
Him looking at that child sitting on his father's shoulder. That's me in 2002. So I was like, that is. I was like, I was able to relate in that way. I was like, this is,
Yeah.
because I love Spider-Man that much. I was like, that's me. And, him looking there. And Tom Holland has this thing, man, very few actors have. You can give a great performance, but very few actors are able to make you cry or smile instantly with their faces. And Tom Holland has that thing. He's a very people's actor, people's actor.
He's very relatable. He is, and pardon me to say this, but he's not tall like the
He's a short guy.
Chris Hemsworth. All the other big superheroes. He's not tall. He's very accessible. He's not like a dark character who lives in the shadows per se. I mean, except for this film. He has friends like all of us do. So yeah, the way the character is packaged, he is like, this is your everyday person who just happens to have this extra superhuman capability.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we all felt when we saw Civil War. when he says, hello everyone.
Yes.
So from that line, from that first line to this, it's like a.
Oh man.
It's like a full summation of his arc in MCU.
If I can add one more line about that villain.
Sure.
So like you, even I'm not a fan of Sentry in Thunderbolts. He just overpowers everything and everyone.
Yeah.
And even in this film, Jean Grey kind of felt like that. So like to iska when you use that kind of a villain, the only answer is to sort of convince them that this is not the right way to go about life. Ki ye mat karo, this is not you. This is like you're not alone, etc. What the other villains, even Thanos, he's all powerful and all, but there is a pace to him becoming the all powerful, which is he needs access to all the 5 rings. So yeah, as a villain, I agree with your thoughts that it feels that something is not quite right when you have a villain like this.
Yeah,
in a story.
I think it's not. It's not like 100% satisfactory at the end when the villain loses. Like Dark Knight has 2 or 3 climax happening. One of the best endings of a film ever. You think the Batman, because he has physically sabotaged his plans to kill people and to blow up those boats, Batman has won. But then when he's about to capture Joker, he realizes that he's about to lose mentally to him, because Harvey Dent has been completely brainwashed by this guy, and he's about to commit a crime. He's about to do something which will change everything, and which will eventually make our hero a loser.
Yes.
So वो जो satisfaction होता है या जो Thanos वाला होता है कि you can't reason with a person like this. Like even in Dark Knight, Alfred tells Bruce, Joker को लेके कि some people are not supposed to be reasoned with, and then he asks, how did you find that burglar way back in that forest? He said we burned the forest. So sometimes you can't. Sometimes I think it's just exciting and more satisfying when people you can't reason with, people you can't समझाओ कि भाई ये गलत है, ये चीज मत करो, and when they are defeated. That's why Iron Man, Tony Stark sacrificing himself to kill this god. This god. I mean, Thanos was practically a god in that film in the end. That's why it was so satisfying. It took sacrifice of 100%. One of their greatest, like the greatest among the greatest. It took the sacrifice of that person to take him out. So वो एक थोड़ा सा रह जाता है. But again, I think Thunderbolt's ending was disappointing for me. The ending after the ending saved the overall ending of the film for me. English vocabulary. So ending. So yeah, I think Punisher and overall me sort of connecting with the villain and the hospital sequence just completely saved it for me. And even the handshake also. It was just lovely personal, intimate moments. And I cannot close this review. I will ask for a final thoughts on this. Just one thing. I have to mention, so Amazing Spider-Man 2, Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man 2, I have a soft spot for that film. I think, at the right age when that film came. I really loved Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker. Amazing Spider-Man 2 had the best web swinging sequences. It had the best Spider-Man costume in a film, hands down. Uske baad se, this is the first time I've been really impressed with Spider-Man's costume, Spider-Man's web swinging. And I was really sad that Odyssey, क्योंकि IMAX को बिल्कुल पकड़ के रखा है, Odyssey is not letting it go, so I had to watch it on a smaller screen. But man, it was so good. It reminded me of PlayStation 4 or 5 में जो Spider-Man 1, 2 and and you know Miles Morales आए थे.
Yes.
Just मतलब the web swinging is wonderful in the film.
I've not paid as much attention to the physics of web swinging.
Not the physics, just the just fun.
नहीं, in the sense कि चलो forget the web, but like if you're suspending yourself from a rope and how the rope kind of swings and so on and so forth.
Oh yeah.
So as a physics nerd, I think I like to pay attention to those things. So yeah, it is quite well done.
Like when he's carrying MJ and just.
Yes.
So you're like, is it supposed to be this stable throughout?
Yeah, it was quite a smooth ride, which we'll save that in our heads for now.
But it's okay because they were focusing on the expressions and emotions at that time. I mean, that was a.
Oh, they must be using, you know, vibration reduction होता है ना phones में, ऐसा कुछ use करते हैं.
But हाँ, ठीक है. We can let that scene go because it happens after a very emotional sequence. And all the young guys and middle-aged guys were devastated in that theater after watching another girl say, "I'm sorry, it's not you, it's me.
Yeah.
I don't have the same feelings, Peter." So I was like, "Fucking hell, shit, Peter." Koi nahi, moving on. We have Gwen maybe in the next movies.
Oh yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, he's got options. I'm sure he's got options.
So final thoughts, Kaushal. Final thoughts on Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Final thoughts. Please give it a watch. I think it's simply because it is different than some of the other MCU films that you'll see. It is semi equivalent to the Nolan Batman films, which have some layers to it. So finally, I would just say that देखो इसको और इसको थोड़ा समझो.
Okay, well, you already know my final thoughts, but yeah, I would just again reiterate. I think the film focuses on Peter mostly, and it doesn't meander much. It has a lot of characters, but never ever does it lose its focus. And the story of this guy and him being lonely, him trying to deal with life and trying to deal with the Doctor Strange spell from No Way Home. It's just very emotionally captivating, and it's just very how weird it is. It's just refreshing to see a film which give time to its scenes, to its moments. It just doesn't rapidly cut away because our attention span is now like 1.5 seconds or something. So it was very refreshing. It has great web swinging. It has really good performances. A decent villain, and the best thing, you come out emotional but with a smile on your face after the film ends, which is one of the best feelings you can have after watching a film, in my own personal experience. And that only like really good cinema can do. So yeah,
Totally.
it's a really good film.
Well said.
It's my favorite since Endgame, I think. I've seen it only once. It might change, but I think it's my favorite since Endgame. Yeah, and I like it more than No Way Home. No Way Home was slightly crowded and focus. It again really good film, but थोड़ा सा यहाँ, थोड़ा सा वहाँ, थोड़ा सा यहाँ, and then in the end it completely focuses on Peter. But the film, it was really.
I see.
It felt like that big Marvel machine in 2021, that big MCU machine.
Makes sense.
16 characters, 7 villains, Doctor Strange bhi hai, lot of things happening. Isme, it's just Peter. The focus is just Peter. So lovely. Okay,
Very true.
just a quick box office update. If I don't know if you know it or not, but 7-year-old record has broken. There are these Thursday previews in US. Film plays during midnight, Wednesday and Thursday. So Spider-Man grossed 72 million USD, broke Endgame record. That is just night preview shows, okay? 72 million USD. The first Friday, the first day was 168 million USD. To put it in perspective, like Odyssey was somewhere around 123, 124 million overall weekend. Single day 168 million USD. Endgame was 157, so broke that record. The opening weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Endgame had held that record for 7 long years. 357 million USD. Lot of box office analysts say that 357 के ऊपर हो ही नहीं सकता क्योंकि उतने थिएटर्स ही नहीं है यूएस में. So Spider-Man is 355 million USD opening weekend, which is astounding.
Yes.
It's astounding. And it might cross it because they update their figures on Mondays. So it might cross it, might not, but it's astounding because Endgame was coming from like one great MCU film after another. It was a summation of this 11-year-long, wait, this 11-year-long story of these characters coming together and then finally facing Thanos. Spider-Man Brand New Day came when the superhero genre is not at its most popular. It's there. Yeah. It's there. It's a really successful genre, but it's not as popular as 2019. So it had a lot of work to do. So usko bas dimag mein rakhte hue, this is absolutely staggering what this film has done. Just after 3 days, the film is already $927 million. Just 73 short of 1 billion USD. Just 3 days. So it has grossed almost $1 billion US in 3 days worldwide. India mein record tod diya hai. India mein it has broken the Hollywood film ka weekend gross record, which was again held by I think Avengers Endgame only. So
Achha. It's pretty cool, and it's groundbreaking for a film like this, and it just goes on to show that there is demand not just for superhero films, but for just going to the cinema. Something that we were kind of questioning after whatever happened over 2020 to 2023, and I think the film that kind of drew people to the cinemas back then was the Top Gun Maverick film, and yeah, now we are seeing these big budget films kind of pulling the audiences to. Also, like you've got the marketing budgets have expanded, so films are spending a lot more on marketing than they were maybe 10 years ago. And lastly, the ticket prices have also gone up. Inflation, this, that. So some of that is playing into it, but it still baffles me that a film featuring one superhero versus a film that features all of MCU superheroes, how are they even close? So it's groundbreaking to see this.
Though I would say that I think Spider-Man in popularity is a notch above other superheroes. Like if you look at franchise history, Spider-Man is the highest grossing solo superhero franchise. एक तो इतना reboot भी हुआ है. This is like the second reboot. So of course there are more films, but I think it's also the most popular superhero as far as solo film box office is concerned. And I've heard a lot of people say that Spider-Man is their favorite superhero. They would say that cinematically they love Batman more, maybe, but as a person, the favorite is Spider-Man. So वो एक caveat है कि Spider-Man in general is extremely popular, and I think it touches many age groups. Like generally, maybe you wouldn't find a 6-year-old kid saying I love Batman, but there is a chance of that 6-year-old kid saying I really love Spider-Man. So I think it really
So true.
touches base with many very different age groups also. And I mean, man, it's great for Doomsday. Like if this is what you're coming after, it's really good because the interest is back. Though I don't know, man. They should have put something in the post-credit regarding Doomsday. I think they missed out. इतने लोग देखने जा रहे हैं. They could have created some hype
Yeah.
for the film. What do you think?
Oh, 100%. It was a bit. I mean, with any Marvel film, you want to stay those extra 10 minutes so that you can see the edit, the post-credit scene. And so I mentioned that I went to the cinema with my father-in-law, right?
Yeah.
And he obviously doesn't know what's coming after. So the movies are already quite long, almost 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
And so at this point, my father-in-law gets up and he says, "Okay, let's go." So I'm like, नहीं रुको, अभी इन फिल्मों में एंड में एक सीन आता है जो आपको बताता है कि आगे क्या होगा. So he's like, अच्छा कितना टाइम लगेगा? I said इतना. So he said, चलो मैं थोड़ा घूम के आता हूँ. So वो पूरे मल्टीप्लेक्स में घूम के आए and then he came back to the hall and he's अभी कुछ आया नहीं है and he's messaging me saying waiting ... So I'm like, be patient, you'll like this. और फिर आया तो वो vintage video game type which Ned has created and the payoff wasn't as much. I wouldn't, I could have easily watched this on YouTube and not really waited.
Well, I did.
Extra minutes.
I did watch it on YouTube only. I didn't stay.
Oh.
I had read it somewhere that's the post-credit scene. So I very proudly got up. I very proudly got up and walked out in front of all those audiences sitting, and it was a packed house. Everybody looking at me. What an idiot! Miss karke ja raha hai. And I was like, well, I'm not the idiot here. So
yeah, 100%. It gives you that freedom of you're looking down upon the rest. So
yeah,
gives you the upper hand.
मेरा भी छोटा भाई देखने गया था परसों, and he texted me when the film was about to end. What's the post-credit scene? मैंने कहा, bro, you have to watch it. So just so I can't tell you.
You're having fun.
It's great. मतलब Fantastic Four का क्या post-credit scene था यार वो. I mean they showed Doom. Literally, इनको इसमें दिखाना चाहिए था कुछ ना कुछ, because Doomsday, I'm not very hyped about Doomsday अभी, and
they played the Doomsday trailer before the Spider-Man film began, and obviously there is a lot to see in there. What I was the most hyped about is seeing Steve Rogers in there. Everything else, it's just a continuation of where we left.
Yeah.
But seeing Steve come back, for me, that's like, let's do this.
Yeah. We'll keep that for our next discussion. Let's go into thoda sa history of MCU. Let's try and go into the future of the MCU, because I think we have done our quota of discussion. Abhi. We have a very nice long discussion on Spider-Man and the history and the franchise and superhero, and it was lovely doing this with you, Kaushal. Thank you so much.
Pleasure is all mine. Thanks, Anmol.
If you can tell the people watching where they can find you on Instagram or YouTube.
All right. So this is Kaushal from Fillam signing off. Please give us a follow if you're watching this on Instagram, and please like and subscribe this video if you're watching us on YouTube. Thank you. See you soon.
Okay. Well, guys, this was Kaushal from Fillam, and this is Anmol from Anmol. Thank you so much for watching this. If you have thoughts, if you disagree with us, if you agree with us, please sound off in the comments below. Please follow me on my Instagram and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.